focus therapy is basically not saying that this is going to bring you guys together, but it's just for you guys to identify the exceptions of what was going well in the family prior to you guys coming here. Because there was a point in time that you guys were doing well, and my goal is to help you identify those exceptions and the strengths of the family, and also identify some of the concerns that can um, basically help you guys out.
Okay.
Does that sound like something that you're interested in?
Yes.
Okay, so can we start introducing ourselves?
My name is Shakira.
Okay. Shakira, and what do you do, Shakira?
I'm the case manager for DHS.
Okay, that's great. And you're a case manager, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are?
My name is John.
Okay. And what do you do?
Well, I used to be a stockholder.
You used to be a stockbroker?
I lost my job recently.
Okay. Welcome.
My name is Keisha, and I'm a 9th grade student, 14.
Okay, so
Well, I want to see if I can get my family back as a whole.
okay. Okay. And how about you?
I feel the same way.
Okay.
We really need some help, some guidance.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
There's a lot of bickering going on in the household, a lot of verbal abuse.
Okay, so
Keisha's actually a twin.
Keisha's a twin.
I have another daughter that refused to come to the session today,
Okay. And what's her name?
Jackie.
Okay. Okay.
And Jackie's just really having a rough time accepting what's going on right now.
Okay. And how about Jackie? Is she like closer to you, or is she closer to?
She's close to Dad.
Okay, so she's closer to you.
Yes.
And what do you think about that?
What do you mean when I think about it?
Like, do you miss Dad? Because Dad is apparently not in the home.
It's quiet when he's not there. I mean, it was nice when he was there before. Everything started getting crazy. But, since Mom put him out, it's nice and quiet, and I like quiet.
I want to identify some of the strengths that since we're here today. So can you give me some of the strengths? Some strengths that you think you...
I would say one of the strengths are that we are a very tight-knit family,
Okay.
despite the circumstances.
So you're a tight family?
Yeah. We love each other
Okay.
unconditionally, and we support each other.
Okay.
Just lately, things have been out of whack a little bit, so I feel like we lost that a little. We lost that, which I know that we can get it back. It's still there. It's just all over the place at the moment.
So I heard you say that there was a lot of verbal abuse, and who's the verbal abuse coming from?
Well, my husband was being...
Yeah. Lately I've been just going through some things.
Identify a strength that you guys are here today.
Yeah.
She's saying you guys are supportive and you're loving. So I just also want to congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
And I think that is hard as well, to lose employment. And how about you?
What do I think some of the strengths of the family?
Yeah.
We can rely on each other.
Okay.
We used to do a lot of family things, trips. We always had dinner together. We supported each other. Like if my sister and I, if we had a game or something like that, our parents would be there. They always make time for us. And it's like now, since Dad started drinking and acting crazy and stuff, it's like everything is just different. So it's like I'm by myself, my sister's doing her own thing, everybody's doing their own thing.
So, Dad, what did you hear her saying?
I can feel her pain, and she's absolutely right.
Okay.
This is why we're here,
Okay.
and I know it takes a great deal of love from all of us to even be here.
Okay, so can I put something down on your strengths that you guys have good communication with each other? And I guess I'm hearing the concerns that you have is basically mom is a single mom at this point, and you had some suffering with some verbally abusive behaviors
Yeah.
and alcoholism. But I want to focus on what was going well. Like, what were some of the exceptions that was going well prior to you guys coming in here today?
Prior to him losing his job, everything was going well. We were like a team. Bills were being met financially. Everything was being met. We were doing a lot of things as a family, as my daughter stated. Basically just trying to get that back right now.
Okay. So you as a family, what do you think at this point? Because is that the only exception that you're saying that was going well? Just that the bills were being paid? It seems like it's a little bit more.
He was in the home.
Okay, so he being in the home is something that.
There was more peace, more laughter, everybody was smiling.
Okay.
There was nothing negative going on in our home.
Just being united, because now we're not united.
And how about your do you have any like outside resources that can possibly help with your hardship?
Well, I just speak on my behalf. I've been noticing in my neighborhood they have a drug program for alcoholics. And I went just the other day to pick up a pamphlet from there, and I feel that I need to enroll in the program.
Okay.
If it's going to bring peace and harmony and love back in my home, this is what I want to do.
Okay. So do you think that you and your daughter can what do you think that you and your daughter can do to give Dad some support in regards to the situation?
First, I'm glad that he identified that he has been drinking a little too much, and that he needs to stay clean and sober, so that he can focus on the next step, whether that be seek some type of employment. Maybe we can get a little help from HRA, but at the moment he's always inebriated, that he cannot go and focus to do anything constructive that he needs to do to help out in the home financially.
Go.
So what was like we said before, there was some verbally abusive behavior. What was triggering that? What do you think was?
I feel it was the frustration that I was going through, not contributing my income into the home.
But besides the
and,
income.
and not only that, seeing my wife struggle week after week, trying to maintain the home with her income. Knowing that at one time we was a family, so to speak, maintaining our home financially, and now it's not there.
Okay.
So that brought the anger and the frustration on me.
Okay. And Mom, what do you think was lacking?
Just him, as being himself. Drinking tends to put you in a different frame of mind.
Or were you guys communicating a
Um,
lot more? Like, do you think the communication was lacking in that sense?
Meaning before or after he lost his job.
Before.
No home is perfect. I mean, there's things that go on in the home. We had our little issues, but overall we were okay.
Okay. So, do you think that the lack of communication was driving you to the point?
I think his dishonesty is what started it all. When he got laid off, he didn't inform me that he was laid off. So then I guess him harboring all those feelings and just the secret alone, because we don't do secrets, drove him to soon to drink with all the problems and the issues, stress, things of that nature. Because I didn't know for a while that he was laid off. I just know that the lights went off. And once the lights went off, that became a problem because that's his bill.
Oh, okay. So
Cause
then
he would leave in the morning, like he was going to work normally, and then he was gone. And then when we came home, he came home his normal time, so we thought everything was okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile, he's out drinking all day.
And the reason why I kept it, I was embarrassed. I was ashamed of losing my job.
So you said that you were feeling, which are very common feelings of feeling frustrated, feeling embarrassed, and but at times like this, was there a point in time prior to this that you guys had arguments, and how did you deal with those type of arguments? Like, what were you doing to solve those issues, rather than dad leaving the house?
Well,
Before?
Yeah, before.
we'll have arguments over the girls, and maybe I feel that this something they wanted wasn't as important, or to say prioritize. So we'll bicker over little things like this, little things like that. But the bickering down is extreme because it's major. It's affecting our lifestyle. It's affecting us emotionally. The girls are hurting. As you see, my other daughter's not here. She's very angry at me because I told Dad that he had to leave, but I thought that would be best for the household overall because I need to maintain some type of order in there.
Okay. So, what do you, Dad? What do you need from the family? Because you guys have been 14 years together, and obviously, everything. There has been a point in time that you guys. Who is the support system that you're focusing now? Like, what is things? Give me some ideas of what you can do going forward to solve this hardship you're having.
Well, first of all, deal with my issue, my drinking problem, which will even help me control my anger at times.
Okay. And
And
what are you
also,
gonna do with that?
And also prepare myself to seek employment once again,
Okay.
because I know that there'll be a job out there for me. But I have to take care of me first. I have to do me first.
Okay. Mom, do you think that you can? Do you and Miss Shakira want to get back together? Is that a goal that you guys wanna?
Yes, very
Yes.
much.
We're a
Okay.
family.
Okay. And how about you, Keisha? How do you feel about Mom and Dad getting back together?
I think they're happy together when they are together. My sister and I, we love to look at our parents, and we hope, that one day we'll have the same thing that they have, So I think it would be a good thing, no kid wants their parents to break up,
So do you think that you can help your sister come at the next session?
Jackie has a mind of her own. She's very strong-willed, but I will talk to her. Her main purpose is that she wants everything back like it was, and it's going to take a lot of work, and she wants instant results, and it's going to take some time. This, our family is not like a microwave. We're not a microwave dinner. We're not a hot pocket.
Yes.
And she wants instant results, but it can work.
Okay.
I can remember the good times we used to have as a family. When, like my wife said, no family's perfect, but when we used to have issues, we used to talk about it and iron it out.
So what do you think, Mom? Like, what is your feelings at this point? Like, the here and now.
The here and now, I feel that it can work because overall our love will, and our determination will override it all. But as he stated, it starts with him as far as seeking some type of help for himself.
So you're saying seeking the help. Who are you referring to that's going to help with
If he can
the here?
speak, if he could go to some meetings, some alcohol anonymous meetings,
12-step
some
program.
12-step program.
So do you
Some-
wanna make a plan, like an action plan, to try to come
Sure,
up with that?
sure.
That'll
Whatever
be
it
great.
takes.
I don't want him to be out the house
Whatever
too
it
long,
takes, you know.
because the longer he's out of the house, seems like the longer that we'll begin to put things back into perspective.
Yeah.
But when he was in the house, he wasn't speaking about getting any type of help. So knowing that he's outside the home and he's realizing that he's missing us because he's not there, you know, he misses girls, that is that's the first step that I was looking for.
Okay, so you're saying, so can you put that in simple terms? What is it that you think that needs to happen in order?
Well, the initial step is him getting some help for himself and us maybe doing little family outings together.
So
Yeah.
family outings, we can put in the plan.
Him
Mhm.
coming over for
You know?
dinner, because he hasn't been over there. He's not
So
even
like
over-
say we can start, since today is Tuesday, you think you can have a dinner together, and granted of the situation of not having the money, we can start from there, just
And my wife is
actually
a
get
great,
the first step.
she's a great cook, so I wouldn't
Okay.
mind coming over for that
That's good, that's good.
nice meal that I have been having, not eating in a while.
Okay,
So I would love to be over there to have some dinner.
okay. So that'll be the first step,
Okay.
him coming back to the home, and since your daughter is really close to you, and Keisha has said before that she's really close to mom, and basically bringing back the family together. And as far as you addressing your own issues, what does that look like? Like there was a reasoning for you to drink, right?
Yes, it was. But I can't let this destroy me because life goes on. I can drink and drive myself in the grave. That's not gonna do anything for my family.
So what would be a
Even
safety
for my
plan in
health.
that sense?
Excuse
What do
me?
you, what do you think a safety plan would be for that?
My safety plan is to quit drinking
Okay.
and to restore my life.
But for instance, for yourself, like what you can do before you pick up a drink of alcohol, what are some, give me 5 things that the family can do to help support you for you not to continue to drink?
Well, they can give me calls, phone calls,
So
encouraging phone
we
calls.
can put that here, some phone calls to
Because
that.
I found out through the pamphlet I was reading, they have counselors that calls people who are in these programs.
To help.
Just basically, you know, let him know what's going on in my life. The stuff that I'm doing. My sister talks to him all the time. I kind of stopped talking to him because I didn't like how it was making my mom feel. And so as a result of that, I kind of, even now, I trust him, but I don't trust him. But a way for me to is just, you know, let him know how my day went and stuff like that.
Okay. And some, like, I know we've only been addressing about the abusive behaviors and the alcoholism, but how about mom, your frustration builds from something? Was it from like the house cleaning?
I think the frustration built from me not being to fit the bills on my own.
Okay. So the financial piece. But was there anything else prior to that that was sparking?
I guess maybe just not having my husband. You lay in bed with someone for 14 years and then they're no longer there.
Okay. So
Right.
feeling emotionally like a loss, a self of loss.
Right.
Okay. And is there anything else? How about with the girls? Are they supportive in regards to like cleaning, the chores, or supporting you?
Well, the girls continue to do what's asked of them, but Jackie is a little bit more. She's a little bit more stubborn at the moment. She's been giving me a lot of problems because her father is not in the home. So she's been acting out in school a little bit.
To think back at one time that things were going well and it didn't get to this point, so we can prevent this in the near future.
I think our relationship, we survived so long is because we communicated and we were honest. So
Okay.
that kind of destroyed it. And I don't understand why he doesn't feel like I would understand. We've been through so many things together where we struggled from the bottom. So as something as him losing his job, I don't see why he didn't think I would understand. Especially if he lost his job due to the bad economy. That's not his fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can understand that him not being able to provide for us, but we had that foundation where we would have made a way as opposed to letting it get so far ahead to where now we're here.
Okay.
Now we need a facilitator to help us bring our family back together. Usually God alone does that, but we need someone, we need like a messenger to actually sit here with us and give us the message. Nothing's more better, I assume, than just hearing it and dealing with it on hand. Despite us praying and having faith,
Yeah.
I felt that being here, we needed to be here.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have to do our part.
Right.
And how about you, Dad? There was a point in time, can you give me an example of a point in time that you believe that was going well prior to this situation?
Like I said, when I was working, everything was fine. There was more laughter. There was more happiness. There was more intimacy. There was more everything.
Okay.
And when I lost my job, it seemed like everything went out the window.
Okay. But let's say if this does happen again,
Well,
like what are some things that you think that you
like
can take from the
like
fact?
people always say, you can learn from your mistakes. You
Okay.
could think on those things, and you're more careful the next time around. And any time that we should even go in that direction, we can look back all the hardship that we put upon each other from that past, and go forward and make the change our behavior, which will make a better atmosphere in our home.
So what I'm hearing is that the strengths overall is basically the unconditional love that each and every one of you have,
Absolutely.
and the financial burden was the biggest piece of the reasoning why you guys came in.
Yes.
And the action plan for the next session coming would be the family outing, which would be on the Sunday, and having the dinner and building back that communication that you guys had. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. And how about you, Keisha? What do you think that you can bring back after this session to bring back home to your sister? To basically address what do you think was going well at one point?
I think with Jackie, she probably thinks that mom doesn't want that back. And I think that's why she's not here. But from what I'm understanding from the whole conversation is that they do want to come back together. And so they're not going to break up, but it's all dependent on Dad doing what he said he's going to do. And I think if he does what he says he's going to do, then if Jackie understands that, it's a possibility more likely that the family is going to get back to what we used to be. And that's where everything was good.
Do you think you can tell that to your daughter, what you're going to do? What is your plan?
Yes. My plan is to get well. I'll erase those behaviors that I once used to walk in. Make a better family. Be a better father to you and your sister.
Okay, I just wanted to also bring to your attention how all of your feelings have connected in some type of way. So the feeling of embarrassment, mom was also probably feeling embarrassed that she's not able to communicate with you in regards to the loss of what happened in
Yes. And she had that right. She had that right.
and also addressing the problem with the other child that's in the home that she's basically more close to you, and now that you're not home, she's giving mom a little bit of a hard time now. So that's but we can definitely address that in the next session. Stop it. I just want to also bring up, now that we've identified strengths, we've identified the concerns and the exceptions of, because basically you guys are your own experts of the story, of this whole story, and I'm just here to help you guide through it. So I just want to know, at the what is, from a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst. I'm sorry, 1 being the worst and 10 being the highest. In the sense that what was going well, what do you think your situation is at now? Like, what is the rate of the situation at this point?
I give it a 4.
4 being the worst?
Yeah.
Okay, and how about you?
I see maybe 5.
A 5? So in between?
Yeah.
3.
A 3? Okay, so our goal is to get it to what number you think?
7.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you think that you want to get back to like a 7?
At least a 8, 9
Let's
for
go
me.
for an 8.
8, 9?
Yeah.
Before this whole situation happened, do you think you were, where do you guys think you were at all the
I'm
time?
gonna say an 8, 9, because things weren't that bad. Just normal situations that a family goes through.
But yeah, Jack, you did great.
Okay. So, at this point, this severe situation is, how would I say this? Like, you've identified at this point that it's a 3, 4, and a 5. So this has been the most extreme situation that you've been, or there's in the past has these numbers been reflected?
You know, I want to say this is the most extreme.
Yes, this is why
This-
we're here.
Do you do you think this is the first time this has happened?
Yes, this is
Okay.
why we're here.
Okay. So, in other words, everything has gotten out of control, and let's come up with the plan. So, we stated the family outing, dinner, calls, talking. Do you want to add anything to this plan?
I think I want to go home and sit down with Jackie and give her some sense of assurance that our meeting here today was very, very helpful. And just to let her know that, you know, Dad will be coming over for dinner, that we're going to try to do more family things, that I'm not going to just shut him out.
Because I know you said before that Jackie was a little defiant. So,
Yeah,
in what sense would that mean?
not doing good. She was kind of slacking in school academically with her work. Not making curfew.
She wasn't making curfew.
And
Okay.
just basically just being a little defiant. But I know it's due to all the stress and everything that's going on. She misses her dad, and I know I played a major part as far as making sure he stayed away.
So the only issues, as you were saying, was the curfew, and she's just stressing, in the sense, like, is she verbally aggressive to you, or she's just?
We won't take that there. Still some regulation going on in there, but just things that aren't of the norm for her.
Okay. And Dad, what do you think you can address it at this first dinner? What do you think you can do to address her being defiant to Mom?
Well, I would tell her, well, she has to respect her mom.
Okay, so you're gonna be Mom's support,
and
right?
Yes, and to love her and respect her. Even though what we're going through, that does not give her the right to disrespect her.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that we don't love her. That the love is still there, despite the situation going on between myself and my husband. That it's not their fault. It doesn't have anything to do with them per se.
What is gonna be everyone's new goal when you leave here today?
I'm gonna really work hard on communicating more with my husband. I haven't really been saying anything to him.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna work on my feelings a little bit as well.
Okay, so communicating with your feelings, and Dad, what do you
I
think?
feel the same way too, because um, just to think about it, I was a little bit selfish, so to speak, in my drinking and not really caring too much about what was going on in the home. You know, I'm just getting all high and everything and not really caring what's going on. So
So,
I really feel that we need to talk, and I need to uh, express um, my feelings on how I went about doing things at that time, and to try to patch things up, you know.
so do you think that? So what you're saying is that you're gonna safely express your feelings
Yes.
towards Mom and
Yes.
also to the
Yes.
twin.
Not basically the
Jackie.
feelings about me, but the feelings about what I caused in the home.
And the feelings of others.
Yes,
I
yes,
haven't
yes.
spoken. This is the first I've seen him sober since everything's been going on. I put him out. He was inebriated and just haven't spoken to him. So to see him more relaxed back to his old self, because he doesn't have alcohol in his system, is wonderful to see him this way again.
And it really feels great tonight. I could really say it. So,
Okay.
you know.
And how about you, Keisha? What do you think we can put as a new goal? So each goal, Mom's goal is going to be more communicating, and Dad is going to safely express he's going to express his feelings a little bit more safely by not drinking and also communicating, because this is really the purpose of what brought everyone in here today, is the communication piece.
I guess I could probably start to trust my dad again, because I felt that he kind of let us down, and my mom took up all the responsibility.
So can you address that to the family, as that's going to be your goal?
So my goal is just learn to put my faith back in you again as the head of our family.
Okay. And as well as Jackie, we're going to put a plan in for Jackie, even though Jackie's not here today. But I'm pretty sure, Keisha, you seem like a very intelligent woman, and young lady at least, and you can, what is the plan you think that you can support your sister with?
Um,
What is the goal gonna be?
for Jackie,
Yeah.
to, just like I have to trust Dad, she needs to trust Mom.
Okay. So what you say, give me like 2 words. What does that look like? Like what do you think by that?
Like, what do you mean?
Like an action. What type of action would be implemented?
I don't know, on her end, maybe they could do something together, go someplace.
So more activities like family
Yes.
outings, like more,
Bowling, going bowling.
and not everything needs to be in money oriented. You can take a coloring book, and obviously the communication piece.
Yeah.
But watching simple TV can be a bonding moment for you guys.
Play Monopoly or some kind of game
Because
at home.
we're 14, so we can't color.
So I guess that's. Do you have any questions for me or at this point?
Well, I just want to thank you for hearing us out, and we really all needed this, right?
Yes.
I feel
Thank
better.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually do.
I
feel
look forward
better.
in our next session and hearing about your dinner and your outing that you guys are going to be doing.
Yes.
And we could hopefully this is the first